local people, local news and events, local sports, local matters. For all things Lloydminster area, this is Live with Kurt Price.
Hey, welcome into the new Lloydminster Nissan here on Highway 17 South in their big, beautiful, brand new building here at the new Lloydminster Nissan. And we have extended free oil changes for life. Free oil changes for as long as you own your vehicle when you purchase a new Nissan here at the new Lloydminster Nissan. And when the temperature rises and then it falls like it has been lately, and it looks like it's going to do next week again, well, you get some slippery conditions. If you're still looking for winter tires are at cost here at the new Lloydminster Nissan, and tires in general are always at cost here at the new Lloydminster Nissan. We have Kathryn Edwards from Center Stage Studios joining us here today, as well as some of the members of the cast of Finding Nemo Jr. We have got Kadence Trachuk here with us today. We have Lacey Jury here today, and we have Callie Sinclair with us today as well. It's not just a name, it is Superior Water. Superior Water has 2 locations in Lloydminster, and they're open on Sundays. And that makes filling your Big Blue jugs a whole lot quicker and easier on those busy days. If you want great tasting water right from your tap, you can call the Superior Water team and ask about their under-the-sink reverse osmosis systems. 780-875-6636. I drink Superior Water because I like the taste. After all, it is Superior Water. Open on 57th Avenue, Monday to Friday, 8 to 6. Saturdays and Sundays, 10 to 5. And don't forget they have a coin-operated location just off Highway 17 South by 7-Eleven. Get your nominations in now for Cupcakes for Caregivers presented by Lloydminster Sobeys and the Lloydminster and District United Way. We were able to meet Claire Lee, a care aide here in Lloydminster last week, and thank her and treat her to a dozen signature cupcakes, and we're looking for your nominations. You can nominate a family member who takes care of other family members. You can thank someone else that's closest to you or you know is doing a great job taking care of someone. You can nominate healthcare professionals, of course, doctors, nurses, and home care workers. All you have to do is send us an email, livewithkurtprice@gmail.com. Tell us about that special caregiver. Kelly Sidoric and Tara Weaver joined us earlier this week to talk about the upcoming Inspiring Women Conference. That's on February the 6th. Tara told us that the day will start with a local panel. That includes Jordan Pollard and Jamie Hoffman and a previous unannounced guest that we are always happy when somebody comes on announces on our show.
And we have Sherry Hushfoot. That's one of the new announcements. We haven't announced her on Facebook, but Sherry will be joining us on the panel. She is a mom of 2 beautiful daughters, and she's very experienced in the nonprofit sector. So we're excited to hear some stories from her, specifically driving change to create more inclusive communities.
Tickets for the entire day can be found on Eventbrite, and they did tell us those are selling very, very fast. We want to hear your love story this Valentine's Day. Once again this year, Heather and I are looking to sit down with 3 different couples to hear their love story. All couples that appear on Live with Kurt Price to tell their love story will receive a $100 Spiro's gift card. And Love Story is brought to you once again this year by Richardson's Jewelry and Spiro's. And all you have to do is comment on the post on our page or send an email if you'd like to keep it a little more private to livewithkurtprice@gmail.com. We did this last year. We had a lot of fun sitting down with 3 couples and finding out how they met and about their families, where they got married, that kind of stuff. A reminder that the City of Lloydminster wants your opinion on what to do with the now 58-year-old Archie Miller Arena. The city is holding an open house at the Service Sports Center till 8 o'clock tonight to get your opinion on the future possibilities for the arena. This is also your chance to speak with the project team, and if you can't make it down, you can do the online survey at lloydminster.ca/AMA survey. Lloydminster Regional Health Foundation, along with Synovus, presents Christina Kuzmich at the Gold Horse Casino here in Lloydminster for 2 shows on Saturday, and she'll be joined by Terrence Cross, an Indigenous role model who brings his own message of hope and restoration. Shows go at 2 p.m. and 6:30, and you have a chance to win tickets to the 6:30 show on our Live with Kurt Price Facebook page right now. Stephanie Monroe is the Health Foundation CEO, and she told us about Christina and her Navigating the Storm message.
She's an author, she's a comedian, she's just an all-around great human being, to be honest. She has lived experience with her son who struggled with mental illness. And when you actually read her book, the captivating story of working through it all and learning as a parent on what resources were not there. And she's just going to bring that to us.
Tickets for both performances, particularly the 6:30 performance, are still available on Eventbrite. Well, this Friday night is the Hey Clandonald at the Clandonald Community Hall, an event that's been going on for many, many years now. Tickets are only $25 per person. It's free for those 10 and under. There's a beef supper that goes from 5:30 to 7. At 7:30, agronomist Tricia Mead will speak, and that's followed by a band, music from Country Express. You get it all, once again, for $25, and tickets are available at the Clandonald Country Store, the Clandonald Seed Cleaning Plant, and at Rural Roots in Vermilion. Head down to the Moose Hall from 8:30 to 11 on Sunday morning to enjoy a hearty breakfast for $13. Adults get theirs for $13. For you, $6.13, it's $10, and it's free for children 5 and under. Proceeds from that breakfast are going to the rescue squad. You can join myself and Heather Price this spring on a Canadian War Memorial Tour that travels through 3 countries, the Netherlands, Brussels, and France, as we see World War I and World War II battlefields, Canadian war cemeteries, monuments, and more. You can see the entire trip and how it's been customized at lambertravel.ca. We're very proud to customize it for our Canadian veterans. We start in Amsterdam, and then we'll be traveling through all 3 countries with stops at Dunkirk, Vimy Ridge, the Passchendaele Museum, and really excited that we will be on the beaches of Normandy. We'll be at Juno Beach on the 81st anniversary of D-Day, and we'll also be stopping to see exactly where John McCrae wrote in Flanders Fields. So once again, go to lambertravel.ca today to see the whole trip, or you can call 780-875-4414. We have Kathryn Edwards and some of the cast here from Finding Nemo today. And if you're buying tickets at the Vic Juba Theatre website, you'll notice a few changes. Sarah Bennett told us that the theater has quite a lot of shows coming up, and now that website is a lot easier to navigate.
Yeah, we got a new ticketing software. We were due for an upgrade, and now it's a little bit more seamless, and we've gotten a lot of positive feedback from it. Super easy to navigate. The website, like the URL is still the same as well, so it's easy to find. We've actually gotten feedback from some people in our theater who are on the older side, because our demographic at the Vic is like 5 years old to 95 years old, right? Yep. And so from our older clients, the people that come in and buy tickets, they've even said, we've been able to navigate the system and buy tickets online.
They're committed, certified, reliable, and will help get your life back. BioClean Disaster Services here in Lloydminster is not only Lloydminster's largest restoration company, they're also Lloydminster's local restoration company. And taking care of you and your belongings and your property is what's important to them, particularly taking care of you and your family. Your property, your belongings, of course, are important, but you are what is the most important to BioClean Disaster Services. 1-833-246-8326 to call a local restoration company. We'll take a short break, and when we come back, we are going to meet some cast members from Finding Nemo Jr., and Kathryn Edwards will tell us about this year's performance and also the move downtown. We haven't talked to her since the move downtown. So that's coming up next.
At Diamond 7 Meats, we work with local farm families to provide a high-quality product and a great selection for you. Try our mouth-watering smokies, pulled pork, roast beef, and more, made pure and natural with no additives or fillers. We offer custom processing, and our experienced team works for you to provide a selection of sausage, burgers, and jerkies made to your specifications. Take your grilling to the next level with a Yoder smoker. Complete the grilling experience with Canadian-made, award-winning line of House of Q barbecue sauces. We're locally owned and operated, and we look forward to seeing you today.
At CK McKean Roofing, they understand what it took to put that roof over your head for your family. With over 20 years of experience under their belt, they strive to show you that with their workmanship and their integrity. Not all roofing companies are created equal. And that's why CK McKean Roofing encourages you to focus on your most important investments, your home and your family. CK McKean Roofing. Roofers do it on top.
At Lloydminster and District Co-op, membership matters more. Because being part of a co-op means you're connected to something bigger than yourself. From long-held legacy by those who built our communities, to people you call family, friends, and neighbors. When you're a Lloyd Co-op member, you're an owner in a local business that prides itself on purpose alongside profit. You earn cash back, you help support causes that matter most, and you're building a better way of life for the next generation. Membership matters more.
Well, welcome back. Wellings of Lloydminster is an active 55 and over community with 66 bungalow townhome villas on a very flexible lease. Each unit contains a full kitchen with 5 appliances, walk-in showers, and in-suite laundry. There's 1 and 2 bedroom choices. It's a no-maintenance concept where you have your grass cut for you and your snow shoveled. A lot of times that comes on the same day in this country. Appliances can also be serviced for you, and it is called Care Freedom Living, and it does just that, allowing you for more freedom, particularly if you're starting to develop some health issues, but you still want to live independently, or if you're traveling like a lot of people do in the winter, well, you don't have to worry about the big house. Call Darlene at Wellings of Lloydminster, 780-872-8537, and book a time to go through one of their awesome villas. They're absolutely beautiful. Well, we are excited to here at the new Lloydminster Nissan to be joined by Kathryn Edwards. She is here today to talk to us about Finding Nemo Jr. and what is happening at Center Stage Studios. We also have Kadence Trachuk here as well, and we have Lacey Jury, and Callie Sinclair is here as well. So we're excited to talk to the 3 leading ladies, I guess you would say, for Finding Nemo Jr. So thank you for being here today. We really, really appreciate it. And we're a little bit late today because we've had some technical issues, but we're glad that you've joined us as well. So Kathryn, Center Stage Studios, you guys have moved downtown. You switched locations.
We did. So starting in the fall, we were downtown, but kind of on the outskirts of downtown, but we moved into it was the old furniture clinic building, so we're across from the Atrium Center. It's a much bigger space. We have 2 studios now. We have also a place for a costume area, a workshop, backstage, not backstage, I guess. Everything is a stage, I guess, and at our studio. But yeah, we have just the back area that we can build sets and stuff. And so it's been a really it was quite a feat to move everything there, but we're loving the new location. We're loving being downtown. It's a beautiful street that we're on. Like even still, they have the Christmas lights up and everything. And
right.
We did a nice little mural on the front windows there. It's a beautiful building and a beautiful location, and we have that access to the parklet as well. And so it's exciting to be part of downtown and to bring that culture downtown.
Did you have to move because you're growing so much?
We had a couple of issues that was one of them. Our last location wasn't entirely ideal, but one of the main reasons was because of the growth of the program and the number of kids that we have coming, and it was just something that actually back in the spring when we were kind of driving around, and I knew Larry Olenek personally, so I wonder what's happening with that space, because it's kind of sitting there empty. So just a random email, I sent it out to him, and then things started happening, and the rest is history. So now we're downtown.
So this year, Finding Nemo Jr., I think most people would know the Finding Nemo story.
Yeah.
Most kids would, that's for sure. Maybe some adults might not, but tell us about this year's performance.
So this is actually performance 1 of 2. We actually have 2 that we're doing this year. Again, because of the growth of the studio, the reception that we get with our productions in the community is just outstanding. The feedback that we get is just everyone has such a blast on stage. The audiences themselves, they are making it an annual thing for them and their family. We're always getting people asking, oh, what are you doing next? What are you doing next? And that kind of thing. So the support in the community has just been phenomenal. So yeah, this year we are doing 2 shows, and the first one is Finding Nemo. It's one that I particularly like. I watched it with my kids when they were babies, and so it holds a little bit of sentimental value to me as well. But yeah, so it's based on the animated film, and it follows the storyline of the relationship of the father-son of Marlin and Nemo, and how Nemo gets a little defiant there at Marlin has had a little bit of like loss in his family. If you've seen I don't want to give too much away, but if you've seen it, there's a loss there that is pretty devastating for Marlin. So he tries to be very overly protective of Nemo, whereas Nemo wants to go and explore and is a little bit defiant, and so that causes a bit of a ripple in the storyline. So basically, it's kind of a where they both try to find their way back to each other in the big blue world.
Yeah, you guys kind of teased this year. What will our performance be? And you had some like Peter Pan. And
we did.
Like
we
that.
we started doing that last year because and even like the kids don't know. Like they don't know what we're doing. We keep it pretty hush hush. Pretty hush hush. Pretty hush hush. So yeah, like we like to and we like to tease the community a little bit, get some suspense there, and so yeah, we do this like elimination thing where we take one off the board, and these guys they find it pretty fun too, and then we got to do it twice this year because we had 2 shows that we got to reveal. So
are the same performers in both shows?
They are. So we have about 95 kids this year that are going to be on stage.
Well, I see why you need a bigger space.
Yeah, exactly, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, we've got 95 kids on stage, and so so the first one that we're doing is Finding Nemo, and then the second show that we're going to be doing in May is Cinderella. So yeah, it was just we needed somewhere for these guys to kind of. We'll see a little shift in who takes on main roles and that kind of thing. So what's really wonderful about that is it just gives these guys more performance opportunities, and it gives the cast themselves. It gives us a chance to give more starring roles and letting some people, take the spotlight, and then have maybe in the next show they're more of an ensemble role, which is also just as important. Every role is important. So yeah, it kind of gives them a chance to kind of rotate and get a feel for both.
So let's meet the cast here. So Kadence has been on the show before. So let's start with you, Kadence. Give us your background with Center Stage Studios, what you've been involved with, and what character you're playing this year.
Yeah. So this year I'm playing Dory in Finding Nemo. It's going along really great. I've been with Center Stage for a long time, since we were at the Vic Juba, which was great. I've been having lots of fun with it, and I've had 6 shows in my career, I guess you could say. And yeah, it's coming along great. Everyone's doing great. The cast is amazing. It's being a lot of fun. So.
What role were you in last year?
Last year I played Olaf in Frozen.
Right.
Yeah.
Right, you had the big wheels.
Yeah.
Yeah. Come out, that's right, too. Lacey, give us your background and your performances and what you're doing this year.
I'm playing Nemo this year, and this is my 3rd year. This is my 3rd year in musical theater. It's been really fun. I watched Seussical, and then I wanted to do the summer camp of musical theater, and I really liked it, so my mom got me into musical theater.
So 3rd year, you're already playing the lead role. Would Nemo be the lead? I think Nemo would be the lead.
Yeah. Like each of them have, these are probably your 3 main roles in the show, but definitely it centers around Nemo.
A lot of pressure?
Yeah.
Is there really? Do you feel a lot of pressure a little bit?
A little bit, but not much, because I have a lot of friends that are doing it with me, and everyone has a big role.
Okay. And Callie, tell us your history of stand-up comedy and how you started getting on stage.
When I was little, I watched the production of The Little Mermaid Jr., and I really did fall in love with all the dancing and singing. So I got in that, and now I've been in for 8 years. And I'm really excited to be playing a leading role this year. It's been a lot of fun.
Is this your first kind of leading role there? Or?
I guess we could say that. I haven't had this big of a role before, but in Matilda, I was Bruce, and that's like my first big role that I've ever gotten. So
are you feeling a little pressure too?
Yes.
Is it good pressure though? Does it feel good?
Yeah, it does. It's like really butterfly, kind of nervous more than pressure.
So you just saw The Little Mermaid and thought, hey, I can do that. Like what was it like before that? Were you dancing and stuff at home and singing stuff, and then you kind of said, hey, that looks like what I'm doing at home anyway?
Yeah, I did do some dance with core dynamics, and then I did do some singing lessons, so I was like, hey, this is pretty fun. And then, so this came along in musical theater, I was like, hey, this looks pretty cool. And so that's, I guess, where it all started.
Lacey, I forgot to ask you, what have you done?
All the shows I've done?
Yeah.
I've done Matilda. I was ensemble in Matilda. And then I was young Anna in Frozen. And now I'm Nemo. Finding Nemo.
So what's your secret to remembering lines? Like how do you do it? Who helps you out?
Well, my mom helps me a lot, and I have a binder, and I write all of my lines in it, and I just keep on going over and over them. And
So
then
you write them down all the time?
Yeah, I write just my lines in a binder, and then I keep on going over them.
Okay. So everybody has their own style, wouldn't you say, Kathryn?
Yeah, like they all kind of have their own way of preparing and getting ready for memorizing. But you know what blows me away every year with all these kids is when they step up and take the responsibility of having a main role. I don't have to, like, they're so independent with how they work, you know. I know and I can trust that these guys are going to do the work on their own as far as memorizing and preparing and doing that character development. And even at this young age, you know, you see that maturity, you see that enthusiasm, and it's, you know, we're just really fortunate that we have so many kids that, you know, they see it, you know, they're sitting in the audience and then this is something I want to do. Yeah, let's join it. And then watching them kind of, you know, progress throughout the years, it's just so fun and exciting to watch these guys just make it their own.
Cadence, how much time do you put in to memorization, learning lines, getting your routine down?
Yeah, so I'd like to say, like, I pick up my lines decently, is what I kind of think. Like, I can kind of hear it, and I like to put a lot of emotion into it, so I almost remember it better. And so, like, once I get it, it sticks with me. Like, I could probably tell you lines that I had, like, 3 years ago. Like, it sticks pretty well for me, which is nice. Like, I put a lot of time, like, at home and at the studio, but I really enjoy it, and I've always had a great time with theater and love being on stage, so. Yeah.
Well, there's a thing on the Facebook page where you kind of quiz her on a line.
Oh yes, yeah.
Like,
We've got a few of those that we've been doing with the cast members, just as some, you know, some reels and stuff that we've been doing to promote the show. And there's a few more that will come up. I was amazed. Yeah, there's a few more that will come up where we say what's your next line, and so yeah.
So Lacey, do you know how many lines you have as Nemo?
I have a lot of lines, but I do practice them, and it's like hard at first, but then it just clicks, and then I know all of them.
And do you know how many lines exactly you have?
I don't know exactly how many, but I do know that I remember lines way better than I can study for a test. That's for sure.
It's a little bit easier when you're doing something you enjoy, I guess?
Yeah, school's not... I'm not very passionate about as much as school as I am musical theater, so...
So how passionate are you about theater?
It can always turn around a bad day when you have rehearsal. And there's just so many good friends, and you're just surrounded by a bunch of people that you love. So then it really helps to be with them to, like, memorize and do your acting, and it's just a lot of fun.
Well, I think Faye here could get into some acting because she's having a bad day today, so. She might come. You guys have rehearsal tonight?
We do?
Yes.
She might
Come on
show up.
down.
She gotta have a better day than she's having today, so.
We actually started an adult musical theater class this year because
Really?
we had that demand. So people were saying, hey, you should be doing stuff for adults. And I'm like, and now we have the space to do it. So that's something we started this year. So
Okay,
something
we'll-
to think about.
We'll take a break, and when we come back, I want to ask you about how you get involved in that.
Yeah.
Plus, we're going to find out how many seats are still available, and I've got a few more questions for the girls, so we'll be right back after this.
How can you help support the oil and gas industry and jobs in Western Canada? The answer is closer than you think. Sell your scrap metals to PWM Steel. PWM sells scrap iron to Evraz, located in Regina. Evraz's #1 customer is the energy sector, building pipes and plates for the oil and gas industry. PWM Steel is your locally owned metal recycler and steel service center in the area. Plus, they're a strong supporter of the community. PWM Steel, your top steel supplier for Alberta and Saskatchewan for 40 years.
At Jason Arden Associates Cooperators, we're proud to be a top-rated local insurance company that offers flexible solutions and expert advice for all your insurance and investment needs. We'll work with you to tailor your insurance specific to your needs, and we offer investment advice that always puts you first. At Cooperators, one of our core values is to give back to the communities that we live in. Thanks to the support of our clients in Lloydminster and area, in 2023, Jason Arden Associates has donated $40,000 to local nonprofits, charities, students, athletes, and other special events. How does your insurance company support our community?
It's more than just taxes at L&A CPA. Assurance, accounting, retirement planning, estate planning, business consulting, financial consulting, farm program support, and bookkeeping. But yes, there is always taxes. The team at L&A CPA is committed to helping you achieve your best results and will be there to assist you every step of the way. L&A CPA, with offices in Provost, Vermilion, and Lloydminster.
I'm Brian Zinchuk of PipelineOnline.ca. I used to be a pipeliner, and I've spent the last 15 years reporting on energy in Saskatchewan. PipelineOnline.ca provides comprehensive coverage of light oil, heavy oil, lithium, helium, power production including coal, wind, solar, geothermal, natural gas, and nuclear. There's a lot happening in Saskatchewan's energy sector, and Pipeline Online is there for all of it. No one else comes even close.
Welcome back inside the new Lloydminster Nissan. We have some of the cast members here from Finding Nemo Jr. We have Kathryn Edwards is here. We have Kadence Trachuk here. We have Lacey Jury here, and we have Callie Sinclair here today to talk to us about Finding Nemo Jr. But you said something interesting before the break, Kathryn. You said, well, we're doing some adult stuff now. How many adults do you have, and how do you get involved with that?
So we have about 10, I believe, 10 adults that are in our musical theater class right now. So what we're currently working on, we kind of customize it to fit the group themselves. So we are working on, this one is, we're just working on mostly kind of song and dance. So we're working on some songs from musical theater. We currently have a medley of Broadway songs that we're doing. And whether we're going to perform it or not, that kind of depends on the adults themselves and their comfort level. But it's nice because we have some people who are, all of them have that passion for it, so they're just kind of getting their feet wet, and we'll see where that's going to lead. I know we have discussed the possibility of doing an adult production at some point, so whether it will lead to that or not, we'll just have to stay tuned and find out. But we do also have theater classes as well for teens, so because not everybody likes to sing and dance. I don't know why, but
some people can't sing.
I think everyone can sing, just so you know.
No.
It's just everyone thinks.
No.
People think that they can't sing.
No.
So I'm going to take you up on that challenge sometime, Kurt. You mark my words, because I have ideas, and both you and Heather. I think I've said this to. I know I've said it to her, and I think I've said it to you too. I'm like, we'll do a voice lesson online or something on one of your shows.
You could sing on your show, and it could get a lot of views.
Sing some opera.
I'll tell the jokes around here, okay?
Challenge me on that?
Well, if you got a good one, tell us.
No, I gotta get the conversation Wallace. Oh yeah.
Sounds like these.
There, you should tell that.
You have 2 jokes in the song.
Do you remember the whole joke?
I don't have the whole joke. It's just that. Oh
What are
no,
they-
that's a dad joke.
What's your dad joke?
What is in the play? It is in the
Cucumber
play.
and the mollusk.
Yeah.
Oh no, not that one.
You have to come see the show to find out what the joke is to get the punchline. Yeah.
Well,
So
Want to hear my jokes? You gotta come to the show.
okay. So there you go. What's your favorite part about this? What's your favorite part of all this? Is there a certain point in the show that you really enjoy? Is there something you look forward to the best? What is it about it?
Really like working with Kadence when we are just working together, and you can just see the character development through Marlon when he meets Dory. So I really like working with her and doing all our scenes together. That's my favorite part.
Cadence, how about you? Like, you're playing Dory, who's forgetful all the time. So I guess if you forget a line, nobody's gonna know.
Exactly. That's what I said when I first got the role. I mean, like, if I'm just a little ditzy that day. But yeah, I really, really love working with the cast members like Callie and Lacey. It's the chemistry that we have on stage is basically the same that we have off stage. We're all great friends, and it's like just feels like a dream almost. Like it's hard to explain, but theater gives you this feeling that like you never want to stop performing. Once I did it once, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited for next year. Now I just like look forward to going to every rehearsal, and it just like makes my days better basically.
What was it? Was it the result? Like, was it after the play was over and people were like, that was awesome? Is that what it is? Like, is that what made it so much better, or?
It's almost like the rush that it gives you. Like, it's almost like you're kind of like nervous to do it, but then when you do it, you're like, oh my gosh, like I just did that. It was so much fun. Like, I want to do it again. And it just like gives you a rush that you never want to stop feeling.
And I think a lot of people, when they go watch the Center Stage Studios productions, are amazed at the performance level of these girls.
yeah, like they all they just pour their hearts and souls into everything that they do. And and what's I know it sounds cliche, but it really we have really created like a family atmosphere, even to the point that like my parents are actually very heavily involved. My mom does like the majority of the costuming. My dad, we
love Papa John.
Papa John. All the kids call him Papa John. And so it started, I guess, with Seussical?
No,
Was he in Seussical?
Yeah, he was in Seussical the Grinch.
Oh, right, right. So we've started this tradition where Papa John has like this cameo in every show. So it's now like, what's Papa John gonna do next? He actually has a line in this show. So like he's stepping up. So it really is like this tight knit group, this family atmosphere. Our staff members, their kids are coming to rehearsals, and these guys are playing with them, watching them, and when they're sitting off. And so it's that's the thing, is it's just become this really family oriented studio in this atmosphere that we've created. And so when we take everything and put it on the stage, like everyone's just rooting for one another, and I love that. I see like the friendships and the bonds that we're building, that they're building, as we progress, and they're just so encouraging of one another on stage. And then we get to that point where it's like, okay, like it's showtime, and the excitement really builds. And I think the audience really gets, they see that, because the reason why, the reason why the show is so great, like, yes, we have amazing volunteers, parent volunteers, I should say that too. Like, they're the ones who are building the set. Like, you're gonna see these sets and go, like, these are our parents? Yeah. Like when I say it's a family, a family atmosphere, everything is parent volunteers backstage watching kids. They're the stage hands moving stuff on and off stage. So it's just a really, really cool environment to be a part of. And usually when the show ends, there's quite a crash. I cannot tell you how many tears we have after a show ends. Well, I remember when Georgia was in it, and when it's just and it's just because of that rush, and then it's kind of, and now it's done kind of thing. So we're lucky that we have 2 shows. So you can save your tears until May.
What now? The show is ending. What now? Oh, Cinderella.
Yeah. Exactly.
Lacey, is there a certain point of the show that you like, a certain song or anything? What's your favorite thing about this?
I think my favorite scene is probably when I meet up with Marlon, and then Dory's like, wait, who's this? Wait, no, that's Nemo. That's the person we're supposed to find.
How often do you guys rehearse? How often does Center Stage Studios, how often do you guys get together?
So we started off doing twice a week. This year we actually upped our rehearsal times because we weren't sure, because the time frame of rehearsal was a lot shorter because we're doing 2 shows. So we did have longer rehearsals this year for everybody on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And once we get to about a month before the show, like right after Christmas, we started doing Sunday rehearsals as well, just to make sure that everything's coming together. And then we bring in, so we have our beginner musical theater group. So there are our little guys, they're 5 to 8-year-olds, and or 5 to 7, and they kind of have like their little cameos in the show, and that's I think what also makes it really special is that you have such a wide age range. So you have these like little guys that are seeing the big kids on stage, and they're a part of the show, and the parents get to see that, so get to see their kids be a part of it too. And so it's a really exciting it's a really exciting show to have everybody together that way.
Do you archive the shows? Like, do you record them, archive them?
Yes, we do. So with permission. So we do have to get video permission to do that. So video, you have to pay for video licenses, but we do have them. So,
right.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of neat to watch the progression of some of these actors and actresses.
It really is. And what's great is, for example, we had some of our former students, when they come back and they visit, when they come back from university, they'll pop into the studio and say hi, and they always show up unexpected. I don't know that they're coming, and so I'm like, it's so nice to see them and see what they're doing. I've got some students that they've continued doing theater after they graduate. They're getting their degrees, they're doing performing. It's so exciting to see them flourish beyond that. I've got a former student of mine who she just won some award in the States. It was if you go onto the Broadway World website for Michigan, she won an award for a musical that she was in, and she started out as this very shy young girl, and it's so exciting to be just to sit back and watch them grow on their own and then go out on their own and just achieve so much. It really just brings me so much joy to watch that.
How are tickets doing?
They're doing really well. We do still have tickets available.
There's 2 performances?
There's actually 3. So our first performance is Friday, January 31st. That one is at 7 p.m. And then we have 2 shows on February 1st. So we have one at 1 p.m. and then our second show is at 4 p.m. So we've got 2 there as well. So there's lots of there's still some seats to choose from. It's a really great opportunity to bring your family. Our shows are always very family friendly. They're shows like you said, that parents and kids will recognize, and that's, I think, one thing that when we're always choosing shows, we keep that in mind. You want to be able to bring your 2-year-old and your 100-year-old. It really is. It really is good for anyone at any age, and to bring the family as well. It's wonderful to support the community. I could say it till I'm blue in the face, but these kids are so darn talented. Like, they really, really are. And they're the ones that make it spectacular. So it's just really cool to come out and support our local talent and see, like, see what we have here, because it really is amazing.
It is. Yeah, you guys have done a lot, particularly around, like, just Christmas season. It's not too long past.
Yeah.
So, yeah, here comes Santa Claus and the Parade of Lights on a cold day there.
Oh, gosh, it was so cold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who wants to take this question? Why should somebody come see the performance? Everybody can have a shot. You go ahead, Callie.
Well, I just want to say that the sets, everybody just has to take a time to notice the sets, because our moms and parents have just put a lot of work into it, and I feel like they don't get enough credit. And we are all just really excited to be performing, so we really all have that really, like, excitement to get on there, and we just bring 110%, and so it's really nice for the community to come out and watch us, all the hard work we've done.
Kadence?
So, like, I think that you should come watch the show because it's going along really great, and when you come and see our show, it's like you're being brought into almost our community. Like, we want you to, like, feel like maybe there's a kid in the audience, like how I was, that wants to join the next year because they thought, oh my gosh, that looks so fun, they look like they're having a great time, stuff like that. It'll maybe introduce it to younger people and just make it special. I don't know.
So bring the family.
Yeah.
Do you want to take a crack at it too?
Sure. I think that you should come to the show because it's like when you're watching it, it feels like you're in it. Like you're just being brought into the show with all of the dancing, the singing, and the acting. And after, all the characters come out and you get to meet all the people and what they were.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Those are all three awesome answers, all different answers too. I'm blown away by you guys. You guys are awesome. So, Kathryn, if that happens, or if you are an adult and you want to get involved with Center Stage Studios, what do you do?
So you can go to our website, centerstagestudios.ca. We're there, and you can find us. Just shoot us a message, and we can let you know how to get involved. If you're looking for tickets for Finding Nemo, you can get those at the Vic Juba website. Like you said, their newly updated website. Yep. So that's vicjubatheatre.ca. Just find which show works for you, click on those, and then you can also call the box office when they're open. I think their hours are 11 to 2, so the number there is 780-872-7400.
Awesome. And it makes it a lot better when it's full, doesn't it? When it's packed audiences.
Oh, they love, like, they thrive off of the audience. There's that energy, and that's that's what you don't get with, say, going to a movie theater. When you go see live theater, regardless of, even if you come see our shows or go see all the, there's a lot that's happening in live theater in our community, and I will plug, the other performances that are happening, because we have a lot that's happening with our youth in the next couple of weeks. So, get your tickets and go and support these guys, because, these are the kids in our community. These are your friends' kids. These are the ones that are coming up in our community. And so it's really important, to go out and show that support, like, not even just for us. Please come and support us, but please sell out our seats, but also go see those other shows too, because there's some really phenomenal stuff happening in theater in our community, and there's a huge talent pool, and we really need to support that here in our community. We do, but I'm encouraging, if you haven't come to a show before, that's my challenge for the city of Lloydminster. Anyone that's listening, if you haven't come to see one and you're just like, I wonder what it's all about, come and see it. I promise you, your mind will be blown. That's my challenge for Lloydminster. So get your tickets.
So Hadestown is this weekend.
It is.
That's one of the ones you're referring to.
Yeah.
I love live theater.
I love that musical. Like, I'm not involved in it. I know the kids there that are in, some of the kids that are involved in it, and I know, I have worked with the comp before. I've done vocal coaching with them in the past. One of our staff members is doing the choreography for it. So, we do support, our theater groups support one another too, which is really wonderful. We have that wonderful connection. So it's, yeah, like that's, I love that show. I saw it actually when it was at the Citadel, when it was the original Broadway cast before they went to Broadway. It was amazing. It's a fantastic show too. So yeah, like get your tickets and come support live theater.
The arts are alive.
They are thriving in our community, and they will, and that's the best way to keep them going is to get out there and get your tickets. So yeah, and it supports our local theater as well. It's all a joint thing in keeping things alive in our community.
Thank you, ladies.
Great, thank you for having us.
Thank you.
Thank you. So we'll be back with you on Saturday. The Lloydminster Gun and Outdoor Sportsman Show is this weekend. It's presented by the Lloydminster District Fish and Game Association. And this year's show features over 230 tables, and it's also being held now in a different location. It will be at the WLS Convention Center at the Lloydminster Exhibition on January 18th and 19th. And you can join us as we broadcast live on Saturday morning. Now, general admission is just $10, 12 and under get in for free. And then the following weekend is the Wildlife and Awards Banquet with one of the best meals of the year. So you can join the Lloydminster District Fish and Game Association for a great meal there with entertainment from the Prairie Dogs, plus a live and silent auction and a raffle table. For tickets, though, you have to call Dwayne at 780-808-6420 and do so before the end of the weekend. Like if you're going to the gun show, make sure you pick up your tickets. They're $50 each with 9 and under for free. And there are tables available, but they need to know who is coming for supper. And like I say, it's always a fantastic meal. So join us on Saturday morning as we broadcast live from the Gun and Outdoor Sportsman Show.